IVM.
Hi, everybody. Just wanted to ask everyone for a quick favor. We're running a brand survey right now and would really appreciate it if you could let us know what you think about the advertising on IVM. Go to ivmpodcast.com/survey and do let us know. As part of this, we'll be selecting 10 random participants and sending them some IVM swag, so do fill out those surveys.
Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach podcast. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. And today we're going to be talking about the second version or the second big learning that I had through trekking. And as you know, we're celebrating trekking this week because I am off climbing a mountain called Kangyatse 2 in Leh. And there are so many learnings that I've had from my treks in the past and through trekking in general, and which is why I wanted to share it with you. And I think trekking is a beautiful thing that we should all learn and practice. Maybe someday we might go on a trek together. Who knows? So the last episode, we spoke about the cold and what it feels like to be in -20 in that cold on top of a mountain and what to do about it and how to accept the cold. Today, I'm going to be talking about something else. Today, I'm going to be talking about exhaustion, feeling tired. And that is something that is so interwoven with trekking. Oh my God. So the first trek I did was to Everest Base Camp. And that is 13, 14 days of just walking every single day. 10 kilometers, 12 kilometers, 15 kilometers. And what's interesting is that slowly, the exhaustion starts settling into the body. You know, when we think about walking 10 kilometers, that's not really much, right? When you think about it, most of us would end up doing this if we really put our mind to it. So it's not something that is very difficult to do. But continuously, every single day, that's when it becomes really difficult. And combine the exhaustion with the boredom, or more than boredom, with the patience that is required to be able to go over such vast distances. That is something that trekking has taught me. Trekking has taught me patience and learning how to be in this moment. I think I've done a few podcasts on how taking step by step in this moment is a fantastic way of centering yourself. Today, I want to talk about what happened the first time I felt really tired. So we were climbing this mountain called Sto Kangri, which is in Leh Ladakh again. And this is a 6,100 and something meter high mountain. So it's quite high. Remember, Mount Everest is 8,000 meters. So this is quite high. And when we were climbing it, there came this point when we were about a few hundred meters from the summit. As in, like, you can see the summit, you can see your goal, you can see your end point. And we are waiting there. We've been walking for the last close to 10 hours, 12 hours. We were going slowly, so it was around 12 hours. And for the first time in my life, I fell asleep standing up. Have you ever fallen asleep standing? It's one of the craziest things. I was so tired and so sleepy because remember, for trekking, we walk through the night. For a summit night, we walk through the night. That means we start at 10 o'clock in the night and we see the sunrise at around 6 o'clock in the morning and we continue walking. And I was just so tired that my body was falling asleep while standing up. This is one of the scariest things that I've ever felt. Now, what happens when you start feeling this exhaustion? Panic sets in, fear sets in. And the only way to get out of exhaustion is to move. And this is something I learned because I was doing this and my trek leader came up to me and said, Ashdin, what are you happening? What's happening? And I was like, dude, I'm not really feeling well. I don't know what's going on. He's like, of course, look, you're completely covered up. Remember, it was very cold. So I was completely covered up. He came, opened up my jacket, took off my hat and said, come, walk around a little bit and you'll start feeling better. And as soon as I started walking around, I started feeling better. So exhaustion is one of those things that creeps up on us. The learning from this is that exhaustion happens very slowly. And when we think about burnout in our everyday life, we keep talking about burnout. Burnout in our everyday life also comes because of this. We don't understand when we are tired because it comes on so slowly. So learning to see the signs, learning to know that exhaustion is coming, it is upon me, and what I need to do about it, that is a very important aspect. Maybe I need to eat better. Maybe I need to catch a quick sleep. Maybe I need to do something that energizes me. All these learnings came from trekking. But more importantly, what I wanted to really talk about is how when we walk for a trek, we walk very differently from when we were walking on a promenade. So when we walk on a promenade, we talk about brisk walking and walking very fast and thum kind of walking. When we're walking on a mountain, all the guides come up to us and say, bistari, bistari. If we are in Nepal, which is slowly, slowly. If we are in Kilimanjaro in Africa, they say pole, pole, which is slowly, slowly. If we are in Leh, Ladakh, and in that region, they say hole, hole, slowly, slowly. All of them are saying one thing. Dude, you don't need to get to that destination so fast. That mountain is not going anywhere. The faster you reach it doesn't mean that, you win a prize. In fact, when we do our trekking, and we have a lot of people who are trekking for the first time, we tell everyone that there is a prize for coming last. The person who walks into camp last wins a prize. Because we often get so competitive, right? If that person is walking faster, I need to keep up with them. But we don't know what that person's abilities are. We don't know what that person's going through. And very often when people do that, they suffer in the long run. So a thing that I learned from trekking, and these mountain guides, the Sherpas in Nepal, I learned this one very, very important fact, which was be patient, walk slowly, the destination is not going anywhere. Nothing's going to happen just because you reach it faster. You're going to get the same coffee, you're going to get the same dinner, everything's going to be the same. So start thinking about it this way. What is your destination? Are you on your way and rushing to it with full force? And maybe because of that, you're going to not get there. You might get exhausted along the way. You might not enjoy the journey. We are all on this journey together. When we're trekking, we are all on this journey through a beautiful valley with rhododendron forests around us, with the crisp air. We craved for that experience. We were stuck in our flats in Bombay and we craved for that experience. And now when we're in the middle of the experience, what are we thinking? Oh, when am I going to reach camp? When am I going to reach camp? When am I going to reach camp? Look at the difference in the way. Now imagine if you just walked slowly, enjoying the valley, looking at the rhododendron forests, feeling that cool, crisp air on your face. Wouldn't that feel different? Wouldn't that be a different experience? And imagine if you could do that with the work that you do as well. Whatever goal you are at, what is the hurry of getting there? Enjoy the journey. Hole, hole, pole, pole, bistari, bistari. Slowly, slowly, one step at a time. You're definitely going to get there. You're definitely going to reach. It's just a matter of, are you going to reach so tired that you don't enjoy when you reach there? Or are you going to reach there full of energy, vibrancy, joking around, and ready to play a game of Uno? That is what I'm going to be doing on this trek as well. Slowly, slowly, enjoying the journey, laughing with my friends, joking about things, and reaching my destination. I hope to see you on one of these treks with me soon. Maybe we'll do something nice and easy like Everest Base Camp and have a blast together there. Let's plan something. I'm Ashton Doctor, your habit coach. And remember, these awesome lives that we want to start can be inspired by everything that we see around us. And learning how to pick up a learning from these things and turning them into habits that we can use in our everyday life, well, that is wisdom. So start these habits and share with us your progress using the hashtag #TheHabitCoach. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am Ashton Doc on Twitter and Instagram. You can find lots more information on my website, awesome180.com, or check out different content on my YouTube channel called AWESOME180. That's Awesome180.
Hey, everybody, let me tell you a little bit about what happened on the IVM Podcast Network this week. we've had some amazing stuff, right? I mean, like, I don't know if you're aware of the redoing or the rebranding of the Traveling Professors show. We called it now Smarter with Sid, with Siddharth Deshmukh. This week, he examines Netflix getting into e-commerce, and will this affect how Amazon's dominating the space? Also, let me give you another quick hits to join up on Cyrus Says. Cyrus was joined by Olympic equestrian Imtiaz Anis, and Nishan Budla from the Triangle Offense podcast showed up on Thursday's Cock and Bull to talk about the NBA Finals. On Nankari, Sadaf and Archie were joined by Keshav Chaturvedi of the Tere Mere Raste podcast. On Storytellers and Storytellers, Vineet talked to Ashim Mathur from Dolby. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram to keep up with what's going on the network. And with that, let me also just finally thank our sponsors. They're what makes things possible. We'd like to thank CIET, Cred, Global Victoria, Bank of Baroda, Intuit India, and Lenovo. Thank you so much for making this possible.
If you love cricket, listen up. The Edges and Sledges Cricket Podcast is here for you. Hosted by DJ, Varun, and me, Ashwin, we bring a fun, fresh fan's point of view to talking all things cricket. Sometimes it's just the three of us, sometimes we have guests, including current and former international cricketers. For new episodes every week, check out the Edges and Sledges Cricket Podcast on the IVM app, website, or wherever you get your podcasts.